This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
Welcome to Know the Name, Know the Genius in You, where in a single moment you can recognize your brilliance and change your life. This is a transformational hour that covers an array of topics that demonstrate how individuals use their native talents, as shown in their name, to look at the ordinary in extraordinary ways. Albert Einstein once said that everybody is a genius. Why would one of the smartest people on the planet declare that everyone is a genius unless he knew that to be true? I'm your host, Sharon Lynn Wyeth, creator of Namology Science and author of Know the Name, Know the Person. And in each weekly show, you'll hear the fascinating ways other people discovered the genius in them and what they were able to accomplish. At the end of each show, you'll hear clues on how you can recognize your own innate genius. All over the world, people have many, many diverse interests, different occupations, and areas of life that have highly interested them. People want to know how highly successful people have managed to achieve their genius mindset by utilizing the gifts that Namology Science sees in their name. So how does someone express their creative talents, and how does someone share those gifts with others in such a way that all benefit? Our experts tonight are Caley Versfelt and her mother, Shail Versfelt. Caley has developed her genius in the area of staying positive and living to her best and highest because she doesn't give up, even though she has Down syndrome. I'm doubly excited about this show as there can be such misunderstandings about people with disabilities, and some people may even be uncomfortable when interacting with people who have different physical or mental challenges. What Caley has been able to accomplish is simply astounding. Caley believes that if you can dream it, you can achieve it. Her mission is to spread acceptance and inclusion for all people, including people with disabilities, as they enrich their communities. Caley serves on the board of directors for Special Olympics Southern California and is a global messenger for them. Caley was the receptionist and a correspondent for the 2015 Special Olympics World Games held in Los Angeles, California. She enjoys being an actress on the A&E Emmy award-winning documentary television show Born This Way. Besides acting, she enjoys being a journalist and a photographer. Caley has received several honors, including honorary mayor of Manhatten Beach, her hometown in California. She's received a Heroes in Me award from Westside Regional Center and is the recipient of the Sundown Voice Award from the Down Syndrome Association of Los Angeles. She has also represented the Girl Scouts of America when she rode on their float in the Pasadena Tournament of Roses Parade. Caley recently completed her term as California's Miss Amazing Queen, being the winner of the first pageant for people with disabilities. Caley definitely lives by her motto, never give up and dream big. Caley's name indicates that she's learning how to be the one in charge. Her name also indicates that she loves to rescue other people and to make sure everyone is doing well. She has empathy in her name, and she can see things from different points of view, even when they disagree with her own. Her name also indicates that she excels at her ability to love unconditionally. Shail's name indicates she's a workaholic, and that is seen in her tirelessly working on behalf of her daughter. Welcome to Know the Name, Know the Genius in You radio show, Caley and Shail.
Hello.
Caley, hi.
Hello.
How did you discover where you excelled, where your gifts were, Caley? How did you decide what you were good at?
I just follow my heart and never let it go. I just kept doing what I love to do.
And you love interacting with people, and so you followed that?
I'm a social butterfly.
Shail, what is the National Down Syndrome Day that Caley just participated in? What is that for the rest of us that don't know what it is?
It's a day to celebrate and recognize that people with Down syndrome are valuable to society, contribute a lot, and they have big hearts, and we are lucky to have them.
And so And how do they get that message across? What do they do?
They do different celebrations across the country and in around the world. It celebrates people with Down syndrome throughout the world. So it's the day to recognize and appreciate people with Down syndrome and bring attention to them and their abilities.
Caley, how important has your family been to your success? Have they helped you?
Very much, yes, they do. All support and all the love they gave and the encouragement. It's a big success for me with that. And being busy, I keep my mom busy, so yes, family's important to me.
So have your parents and your brothers and sisters all helped? Have they all pitched in?
Yes.
We need to take a break. Go ahead.
You can take a break.
Okay, we need to take a break. Stay tuned and Know the Name, Know the Genius in You, which can also be heard on knowthename.com. After the break, we'll find what Caley did to succeed and how important the support of her family and friends were.
Hi everyone, Rob McConnell here, and I wanted to spend a moment on internet streaming. Everybody has heard about internet streaming, but not many know much about it. Did you know the internet streams just about everything?
Movies.
From new releases to old classics.
TV shows.
Almost every show, every episode, and much more. But the question has always been, how do you do it? Well now, thanks to the folks at 123 Ready TV, I have the answer for you. They have developed a simple program app, 123 Ready TV, that you install on your Windows PC, Android smartphone, or Android tablet that can have you streaming like a pro in less than 5 minutes. You truly won't believe how much is available or how easy it is to do until you try. And for a one-time cost of only $19.99, this product is a real winner. To learn more about 123 Ready TV, visit our website at www.xzbn.net.
This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
How would you like to be able to read other people's minds? Well, the next best thing is here. When you know how to read a person's name, you know how the person thinks, feels, and behaves. Each letter in our name holds a key to unlock our true essence. Our name contains both our gifts and challenges in this lifetime. Mnemology science discovers personality secrets hidden in the placement of the letters of our names, including the first and last impression people remember about us. Sharon shows us how to interpret the arrangement of letters as outlined in her book, Know the Name, Know the Person. Sharon Lynn Wyeth created mnemology science after 18 years of research and testing her theories, and has supported thousands of people around the world in understanding themselves and others better. You'll enjoy Sharon's unique teachings as she shares her system to learn the gifts behind your given birth name. Even if you don't like your birth name, there are jewels in this book. If you're thinking of changing your name, ready to name your child, or wanting to get along better with others, this is the book for you. If you'd like to improve your relationships and change your life for the better, get the book today, Know the Name, Know the Person, or visit www.knowthename.com. That's www.knowthename.com.
Take a step back in time and discover old Florida cuisine at Marsh Landing Restaurant in Fellsmere, Florida. Enjoy delicacies such as frog legs, gator tail, catfish, and swamp cabbage, or enjoy the more traditional cuisine such as hand-cut Angus steaks, ribs, and seafood. Join us for breakfast with a southern flair featuring sweet potato pancakes, biscuits and gravy, and much more. Planning a party? Marsh Landing's private dining rooms can accommodate groups from 8 to 80 people. While you visit, enjoy the historic pictures, artifacts, and stories that line the walls. Marsh Landing is truly a unique experience. Marsh Landing Restaurant, 44 North Broadway in historic downtown Fellsmere, or visit marshlandingrestaurant.com. Marsh Landing, old Florida cuisine at its best.
Welcome back. I'm Sharon Lynn Wyeth, and you're listening to Know the Name, Know the Genius in You, which is being heard on xzbn.net and knowthename.com. Our guests tonight are Caley Versfelt and her mom, Shail Versfelt. Shail, I'm sure that every parent has a time period of adjustment when they find out that their child has Down syndrome. Caley is your third child, so how did you adjust? What changes did you and your family make so that Caley's needs could be accommodated? In other words, how did having a child with Down syndrome change your life? Because I really like to use the show to educate people on this behalf.
Well, when I had Caley, I didn't even know what Down syndrome was, so I went through guilt thinking it was something I did, or in my past I had no idea. It took me a few days of accepting it. I was in denial. I felt like my husband delivered Caley in our van in our driveway, so I knew she had never been separated from me. Yet when they told me that she had Down syndrome, I was certain, and my brain was telling me that, oh, it's somebody else's child. They just got a mistake. It's not mine. So my brain automatically went into denial, even though my logic knew better than that. And so we had her on a Wednesday night, and by Friday I was completely fine and was ready. I changed my tone to, we need to do whatever we can for this lovely young lady. And I was able to tell my kids without crying on Friday. And I didn't want to tell them until I knew I could tell them without crying, because I didn't want them to think it was something terrible. I wanted them to think it was something wonderful to have Caley. And so literally we went to an event at the school, my son's preschool that day, and it was the final day of school, the sing-along, and the entire school was there, and I wanted to be a fly on the wall. I didn't want to be there. And it was the hardest thing I could do was to go out and be with people. But it turned out it was the best thing I could possibly do, because putting normalcy in your life helps everybody around you, because your friends don't know what to say. They can't change it. And so everyone's uncomfortable. And so by being there, it made my friends comfortable. My support system was there. It made all of us comfortable and embraced having Caley. So by Monday, I was on the phone looking for programs for her and felt like whatever we could do to impact her life at a young age would help her for the rest of her life. I just felt like that early nurturing and involvement and early intervention was essential. So by 2 months old, she was in occupational therapy. By 7 months old, she was in an early intervention program at UCLA. And we had multiple therapies. We had 2 to 3 and sometimes more than that, just speech therapy in a week. We had occupational therapy, physical therapy, balance therapy, where she did vaulting on horseback. She did swim therapy. We just did whatever therapies we could for her to try to help her develop her muscle skills in every way possible. So you've got her vaulting off of a horse at 2, doing a somersault off the back of a horse after standing up on it. So balance is a difficult thing for a lot of people with special needs, and so it's tactile things. So in early intervention at UCLA, they had them use a lot of tactile experiences to get them not to be afraid of it. So all these therapies, my children, the entire family embraced, playing with her and doing activities with her and just including her in everything. And for speech therapy, trying to teach her to take deeper breaths by blowing out candles and blowing cotton balls across the table. I mean, the whole family took part in this, and with the driving her everywhere, of course, I never had help when she was young, so my kids were tag along everywhere. And so we just made it a fun activity instead of something horrible, and it's all in the approach. So in early intervention, we had a situation where the advisor thought my goals were too high for Caley. And didn't I know I had a R word child, and they actually used the R word, which we are all trying to no longer have in existence. Anyone in the special needs community doesn't appreciate that word. And they called it in my case carrier with me, and they told me that she would never jump. And I walked out of that room, and the little recorder in my brain was going, wow, aren't we lucky that she's mine, that I'm her mom and this lady isn't. And on the way home, we stopped by gymnastics. We put her in gymnastics, and she learned to jump on the trampoline, the bed, and then the floor. But she learned to jump. And so that's how we've embraced everything, is when someone's told me that she will never, I've embraced it as a challenge, a personal challenge. So in a way, they're giving me a gift without knowing it. Rather than taking it offensively, we take everything positively. And Caley has that positive attitude.
Did you ever think that out of your 4 children, this would be the child that would end up so well known?
I could never have imagined it. When you have a child with special needs, it's always in the back of your mind, who's going to take care of them if something happens to us. What's their life going to be like? We want them to be as independent as possible. Is that even going to be possible? You always have this in the back of your mind. Even with Caley's great success, it's so embedded in our nature as a parent of a child with special needs that 24/7 it's kind of in the back of your mind. Like, I remember being at an event with my husband, and we were dancing on the dance floor, and it was a black tie event, and all of a sudden I just started crying, and just from worrying. And she was young at the time, but it's just, you never know when it's going to hit you. And one time I was at an Angel event at Angel Stadium, and it was a dinner, and they were showing pictures of people with Down syndrome, and this is when she was still very young, and I went to the bathroom and cried. So you never know when it's going to hit you, yet I feel so lucky that I have Caley, and I would not want it any other way. And in some countries, some countries are trying to terminate pregnancies when they find out that people have a child with Down syndrome. And in a way, I feel sorry for those countries, because they're looking at it without having the knowledge that those of us have that have a child with special needs and know what a gift they are and what they bring and how they enhance our lives and the lives of the community and everyone that they encounter. And
from all of my experiences in schools, I can tell you that the children that have Down syndrome have been the most loving people I've ever seen. Caley, back to you. Are you still in college learning about photography?
Yes, I am, and I'm really enjoying it. Even though it's a challenge, but I'll take it. It's something I would love to do, and I would never stop doing it.
So are you learning how to use different kinds of cameras, or tell us about this?
Well, I'm learning to do black and white, and at first I thought it would be a struggle for me, but my learning and hearing the teacher, he kind of made it not easy, but for me to be very comfortable with talking about photography. So black and white is the first, And then, yeah.
Our
Well,
listeners may not even realize that people who have Down syndrome can get into college. And you've gotten in through the UCLA Pathway Program. Shail, would you mind telling us how that works? And then, Caley, would you let us know your impressions of college and what that's like for you?
Several colleges throughout the country have programs to help people with special needs depending on varying levels. So, like, I live in California, so in Long Beach they have a college that's very good with people with autism, and Caley's not even allowed to get in there. And yet the program at UCLA accepts people of a variety of special needs.
And inclusion, too.
And it's really great because they're on the campus with all the other students, so it shows everyone that they have abilities, and it spreads inclusion and acceptance. And to get into the program, that was interesting because my program was a little different than the straight-on pathway program. It was called Generation Next, and it was the first time that the government sponsored a transition program. They offered a 5-year grant to the school district, and it was to do an overnight program where kids with special needs could live, and they took 12 children in this program, and it was under the Pathway umbrella. So it was modeled after Pathways, but it was kind of Pathways on steroids because they took, like in Pathways, they do 3 internships the second year. But since Caley's program was 1 year, she did the program, the best of Pathways, but she also did 3 internships. And so it's getting them out there in the workforce, exposing them and exposing the community. But what was interesting is how I even found out about the program is I happened to be at a meeting that I thought was for everybody, and it turned out to be for people in the field. So it was updating on what was available, how changes in the community, not telling about the program. And I went and I spoke to the pathway instructor, and I said, are you only accepting people that have a diploma? And he said, as long as they're close to a diploma, we would consider them. Well, Caley was 1 class shy of getting a diploma, and that was math, because the high school would not give her algebra. So let her take algebra because her math skills are not strong. So I took that as she's eligible. So when I approached the school on it, I said, why isn't she being submitted for this program? And they said, she's not eligible. And I explained why it wasn't my understanding. This is Monday at 3:30. Applications were due at 1 o'clock on Wednesday with 2 letters of references. Well, we got the application in, turned in everything, and when we got the acceptance letter, the school was like, oh, we got her in, as if they were a big believer and contributor in backing her. So at UCLA, Caley took algebra because the school felt like she's 1 class away, let's see what we can do to get her high school diploma. Caley took algebra and passed it, and so she now has her high school degree, which the school doesn't even know about because by this time it goes by your matriculation number. So it's unfortunate that the school puts up roadblocks for people with special needs. And I found across her whole entire growing up, people were always trying to put roadblocks out there for us. And I just always feel like we don't put limits on our typical children. Why do we put limits on people with special needs without even giving them the opportunity and finding out what they're good in? Everybody has a strength.
Caley, what's college like for you? What's your impression?
When it comes to college, I just love education a lot. Because even though it's hard work, but it's great to learn. And I really feel like it's a place that I could meet new friends and social and do some acting or like that. So I really had fun doing it. Like, education, college, homework, I'll take it. Because I feel like, even though it's a lot, but I would take it because I just love to write a lot. So
that's fabulous. We need to take another break. Stay tuned to Know the Name, Know the Genius in You. This show is dedicated to learning how to turn what may be considered a disability into an ability. After the break, we'll find out some of the different ways that Caley Versfelt has broken barriers.
Hi everyone, Rob McConnell here, and I wanted to spend a moment on internet streaming. Everybody has heard about internet streaming, but not many know much about it. Did you know the internet streams just about everything?
Movies.
From new releases to old classics.
TV shows.
Almost every show, every episode, and much more. But the question has always been, how do you do it? Well now, thanks to the folks at 123 Ready TV, I have the answer for you. They have developed a simple program app, 123 Ready TV, that you install on your Windows PC, Android smartphone, or Android tablet that can have you streaming like a pro in less than 5 minutes. You truly won't believe how much is available or how easy it is to do until you try. And for a one-time cost of only $19.99, this product is a real winner. To learn more about 123 Ready TV, visit our website at www.xzbn.net.
This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
Did you know that when you're on the road with limited data or Wi-Fi, you can still listen to the X-Zone Radio Show with Rob McConnell, The Science of Magic with Gwilda Wiyaka, X-1, Dimension X, Space Patrol, and every minute of the X-Zone Broadcast Network by calling 213-401-0080, courtesy of Audio Now. No smartphone, app, or internet needed. It saves your data plan, and it's free if you have unlimited minutes. Call 213-401-0080 to listen on any phone, anytime, anywhere. Remember 213-401-0080 for the best of the paranormal, parapsychology, and sci-fi radio programming anywhere, 24/7, 365.
True healing must address 4 levels: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, for us to live joyful and productive lives. We tend to treat 3 of the 4, leaving the spiritual languishing. If you're tired of the same dysfunctional patterns cropping up in your life, Soul Balancing is for you. Trixie Phelps, owner and founder of Soul Balancing, is a naturally gifted energy healer trained in numerous esoteric forms, including shamanism. Trixie has created a powerful modality that safely and effectively clears your energetic field. A soul balancing session can remove interference, heal trauma, and restore your hope. Contact Trixie for a life-changing long-distance session today, www.soulbalancing.world. There's a legend shared by many indigenous cultures of a time when the nations were cast to the 4 corners of the world. Each nation was given a body of sacred knowledge that held a different portion of the truth to preserve. True reality could not be known until all the nations reunited, combining the information. If a single one was missing, the world could not be reborn and darkness would prevail. The Science of Magic Radio is dedicated to reuniting the sacred knowledge. With the understanding, none of us has all the answers, but together we can open new perceptions and possibilities. Through our combined vision, the world can be reborn into a place where darkness no longer prevails. Join me, Gwilda Wiyaka, and the Science of Magic daily on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, xzbn.net, or visit us at thescienceofmagic.net.
Welcome back. I'm Sharon Lynn Wyeth, and you're listening to Know the Name, Know the Genius in You. Our guests tonight are Caley Versfelt and her mother, Shail. If you'd like to have Caley speak at one of your events, you can contact her at svmb@verizon.net. and put her name in the subject line. Caley, you played a key role in the Special Olympics World Games. What did you do for them?
You worked at the games. What did you do for them?
I was the receptionist and global messenger, and also meeting a lot of athletes around the world by interviewing them. And
Caley went to over 80 events the year that we hosted the World Games, Special Olympic World Games in 2015. She worked Monday through Friday as the receptionist and attended over 80 events. She was a speaker at many of them, or was a guest to meet with people and show where their support was going to. Tell them about your interviewing.
I interviewed a lot of athletes from around the world, and you can see them on YouTube as well. And
Caley was a correspondent, so she interviewed celebrities on the blue carpet before opening ceremonies, and she interviewed people on the field at closing ceremonies, the athletes and celebrities that were there. And during the games, she interviewed athletes and celebrities. So what she's saying is some of them can be viewed on YouTube.
Caley, how did becoming a spokesperson for the Special Olympics change your life?
To show the world that we all have the ability to speak out, and
it gave her the opportunity to learn to become a public speaker. She had already public spoken places, but it gave her some training and support.
And the confidence in myself that I could do around and being in a community to spread my voice to many places down here, of course. And
Caley, you were featured in the Hill Section Life magazine not once but twice. They mentioned your involvement with UCLA with programs to help people with special needs gain access to higher education and jobs. Could you tell us more about that program, how you interpreted that program and what you got to do?
If I remember, is to obtain jobs and education for people with disabilities, to show the abilities that we are alike. We are alike within difference in a lot of people, and we spread that as well. So yes,
it was a program to help find and create jobs and open higher education opportunities for people with disabilities. And they go to the state in Sacramento and give ideas and recommendations that the committee comes up with. It's through
the Hill
UCLA.
Section Life magazine article also mentioned that she entered her first pageant for people with special needs and ended up being crowned California's Miss Amazing, Miss Queen. And so, Caley, how did that cause you to feel? How did you like being named the Queen?
I just felt fabulous being up there, of course, and showing a lot of people that we are alike. And it feels beautiful to a lot of people with disabilities.
Then at the Exceptional Kids Parent-Teacher Organization, you were also crowned the prom queen. So you got to be a queen twice. Do you have crowns from then, or did you get to participate in other special events because you were named the queen?
I've been in a lot of, I spread my voice to the community. So, I did a lot of my achievements by doing the, Best Buddies walk, and
okay. You've spoken at a lot of events, including the KTLA Golf Tournament and the Jim Moore's Celebrity Golf Tournament. And do you remember what you talked about and how speaking at these events, did that want to cause you to learn how to play golf since you got to speak at a lot of golf events?
Yes, I'm not, but I'm just like dealing with other people can do. But when you say that, I'm actually learning to play golf too in Special Olympics. So, yes.
In Special Olympics, I know that your mom mentioned that you were starting very early in gymnastics. Did you also do swimming?
Yes.
Gymnastics was not through Special Olympics.
That was during the beginning.
She didn't. Special Olympics now starts younger, but when she started, they didn't start until the age of 9 or 10. Now they start in grade school or preschool. But back then they didn't.
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to switch gears a bit. Caley, you've been a guest on Ryan Murphy's television show Glee and are now a regular on the show Born This Way. What is it that attracts you to acting? What do you like about it?
I like from Glee and to Born This Way, I feel like not just being noticed or recognized, it's just seeing my abilities to achieve them, like live up in your dreams and have success. So I really enjoyed it so much. Like,
when you were doing interviews of other people on Born This Way for the blue carpet, you kept asking people who inspired you to become an actress. So I'd like to ask you, who inspired you to want to become an actress?
I started. I just been watching a lot of TV shows and my friends in theater, and seeing what they can do makes me feel like I want to do that too, be an actress. And I joined Pasadena, local theater down here, and that's how it inspired me. My friends, my family, and all like that. So that's what inspires me the most.
You've also become quite an interviewer. What was it like interviewing people like Justin Turner of the Los Angeles Dodgers and other sports people that you got to interview?
How did you like interviewing Justin Turner?
I'm a big fan of the Dodgers, and he was the first person of the Dodgers to interview. And I felt like really excited that I'm right next to him and getting good questions, asking him what he does for a living, and being a baseball person. It feels like that's the spot I should interview a lot of people, not just him. So, yeah, I liked it. It's amazing.
The last picture I saw of you was with Barbra Streisand's sister, and I didn't even know that Streisand had a sister. You've had dinner and spoken at Maria Shriver's house and interviewed different celebrities and athletes on the blue carpet prior to Special Olympics opening. What was it like meeting all of these different people and people that were so well known in the world?
What did it feel like when you were on the blue carpet interviewing people? What were you thinking?
Being accepted and seeing a lot of celebrities like that makes it heartwarming. Like a person like they're really support of people, and they support people with special needs.
It's really amazing how many people do support people with special needs. And only 1 in 3 people with intellectual abilities are employed per the South Central Los Angeles Regional Center. So they have developed the LEAP program to assist people to become employed. And Shail, can you tell us about the role that Caley has played with them? I know she helped them with an ad.
Caley was in a LEAP ad showing employers giving ideas that employers could use to hire people from different Westside regional, different regional centers throughout the country or with special needs. So Caley played a janitor, and
very surprising, by the way.
And it was for not Westside Regional Center. It was for South Central Regional Center.
Caley, what are your stumbling blocks along the way to getting where you are now, and how did you overcome them?
What obstacles did you come along the way?
What was hard?
A lot of things in her life, and I'm just going to give her suggestions of directions to go, was like finding friends. It was hard to find people with similar abilities to do things with, and for people to believe in her. And so can you take it away from there?
I told my mom this before, that I love having Down syndrome and meeting a lot of other people without, if that's correct to say. I told my mom that, Mom, I met a lot of people just like me with Down syndrome in a good place where I could do things and find friends like celebrities, a familiar area that I could do things with. And it feels like it wasn't a challenge at first to find friends like that, but I have no problem of making friends because I'm such a butterfly. But with people like me, I feel like I could do things so they could relate how I am with it. So, yeah.
Caley, how do you stay so positive? Your message is always one of being positive. How do you manage to stay so positive?
I just kept smiling and look forward in my future, the present technically, and I just say to myself, just stay positive, stay beautiful, and it gives people confidence to see themselves that you should be positive all the time, not negative.
So when Caley approaches something, she's like if she tries out for a role and doesn't get it, she's just as excited for her friend that does get it. And she's always like, well, there's always another time. So she's not afraid to go out there and feel like, oh, I'm going to fail or anything like that. It's like, there's always another opportunity, and it's an easier way to stay positive, I think.
Yes.
Well, we need to take our last break. Stay tuned to Know the Name, Know the Genius in You on xzbn.net and knowthename.com. We are speaking with Caley Versfelt and her mother, Shail. If you'd like to have Caley speak at one of your events, you can contact her at svmb@verizon.net and put Caley's name in the subject line. After the break, we'll find out what Caley has in her name that has assisted her that you may have in your name as well.
This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
Did you know that when you're on the road with limited data or Wi-Fi, you can still listen to the X-Zone Radio Show with Rob McConnell, The Science of Magic with Gwilda Wiyaka, X-1, Dimension X, Space Patrol, and every minute of the X-Zone Broadcast Network by calling 213-401-0080, courtesy of Audio Now. No smartphone, app, or internet needed. It saves your data plan, and it's free if you have unlimited minutes. Call 213-401-0080 to listen on any phone, anytime, anywhere.
Remember 213-401-0080 for the best of the paranormal, parapsychology, and sci-fi radio programming anywhere, 24/7, 365.
I am Dr. Carl O'Helvey, founder, president of a new cancer foundation focusing on evidence-based physical, mental, and spiritual interventions, including natural cancer cures, prayer, meditation, affirmations, nutrition, and other related holistic cancer prevention and cure modalities. These are used in cancer education, research, and financing care. I ask for your help to continue this important work by donating at www.holisticcancerfoundation.com.
Wouldn't you love to know the secret to everything? I'm Dr. Kimberly McGeorge, and on The Secret to Everything, we will merge the practical with open investigation into all realms of the mysterious. We will talk to cutting-edge alternative health practitioners, those who inspire and motivate you in business and life, and of course, we will share stories of the paranormal, conspiracy, and cryptozoology. You will transform because of the frequency I carry, the frequencies my guests carry. Life may never be the same after you listen to this program, for the secret to everything is for you, the listener, for those who desire more in every area of their lives and believe that it can still be found. Listen and discover thesecrettoeverything.com.
Little children aren't the only ones afraid of the dark. Millions of soldiers return from war zones with PTSD, anger, frustration, fear, and loneliness, much of which surfaces during the darkness of the night. You have the chance to change the lives of these American heroes. Songs and Stories for Soldiers.us provides free MP3 players for these men and women. With a list of 3 million songs in 16 different styles, 100,000 audiobooks, and 30,000 old-time radio programs, every veteran can find something to soothe and comfort them at no cost. All our players contain an 8-hour audio program designed to help veterans fall asleep. With 1,500 plus vets now participating, it's our goal to deliver 10,000 audio players this year. Go to our website at songsandstoriesforsoldiers.us. Help us help a veteran make it through the night.
Welcome back. I'm Sharon Lynn Wyeth, and you're listening to Know the Name, Know the Genius in You. Our guest tonight is Caley Versfelt and her mother, Shail. You can reach Caley by writing to svmb@verizon.net and remembering to put Caley's name in the subject line. Some of your next events are the Best Buddy Walk in May. What kind of a walk is that, and who does it benefit?
It benefits the special needs community by a walk that you do with your friends.
And Best Buddies is an organization that creates friendships between typical peers and people with special needs, and they do activities and events together. And Caley will be the Grand Marshal of their Buddy Walk in Long Beach in May.
And what does the Grand Marshal do that's different than everybody else?
They get up and speak and start the opening of the walk and welcome everybody. Go ahead.
And I get clumsy, having the day to speak in the opening ceremony and walking it down, give the walking mood, something like that. So.
Well, you'll also be speaking at the National Down Syndrome Congress in July. Have you decided on your topic yet, Caley, on what you're going to be talking about?
Yes, I do. It's never give up and stay positive.
Believe in ability.
how long, when you have a speaking engagement, how much time is involved in getting you ready to give a presentation?
Well, every speech is hand written for that particular event. We don't just use a speech off of that we've used before. We may take ideas off of that, but Caley and I write them together, and she's always like, let's write this, and then once I put it together, and we'll be driving in the car and say, I want to add this in my speech, and then I give it to her, and she does the editing, and we need to change this, take this out, and so it's a collaborative effort.
And teamwork, too.
It's teamwork, and then we practice it together several times, and depending on the speech, depends on how new the information is in the speech, varies the time. So some speeches take longer, and some they want shorter, depending on the event.
Shail, if you could change one thing about people's understanding or how they look at the world and people that have disabilities, what would that be?
Instead of seeing someone with special needs and being afraid to talk with them or feeling sorry for them, I would like them to embrace them as a person first and find out how wonderful they are and view them as people instead of as someone with a disability.
I remember you saying one time, quite a while back, that instead of saying that this is a Down syndrome child, instead say this is a child who has Down syndrome. Are there other things that you have learned along the way like that the rest of us could benefit from knowing?
That's considered people first language because they are a person before a disability. So yes, that is very important, and we are trying to, the special needs community is trying to get that across to people. I just think the main thing is for anyone, special needs or no special needs, is to treat people with respect and dignity. And go ahead, Caley.
And kindness as well. And respect.
Respect and kindness. And to view people, I don't care if you're a disability or a different ethnicity or a different religion, to view us as people and with value, because everyone has value.
So when Caley was mentioning earlier that it was difficult at first to find friends and other people like her, has she had like a romance, or does she have close friends now? Has she been able to cross that barrier?
Yes, I do. In the romance part, when you say that, please. I have a boyfriend.
Oh, that's fabulous.
And she has friends she's always had friends with people with different disabilities, but in our neighborhood we don't have a lot of people with Down syndrome, so Caley never went to school with anyone with Down syndrome until her senior year, and they were in different classes. One was in a special day class program where Caley was more integrated into the regular classes. So it wasn't until college that she started meeting friends with Down syndrome and joining an acting class that had a lot of people with special needs, including Down syndrome in it.
Yes.
Has the program Born This Way also helped you to meet other people that have Down syndrome?
Yes, it does. I'm really having fun with that, too. And, yes, on that.
She met her boyfriend there.
That's fabulous. So what was it like? Again, I just would really like to educate our audience on what it's like to have a child that has special needs and how that affects the entire family. So how has having Caley in your family benefited her siblings? What have they gained, and how have they looked out for her?
That is the easiest answer in the world. Caley has made us all better people. She views life with such energy and enthusiasm and appreciates people for who they are and finds the good in people. And we learn that from Caley. and just her exuberance and appreciation for everything. It doesn't matter how small or how big. She's taught us that, and she just embraces us, and we embrace her, and we feel so lucky to have her. And her siblings feel so lucky. They're proud to have her, to take her with them out with their friends, who are her friends now as well. And she used to be like, no, they're your friends. And they'd be like, no, you're all of our friends. And everybody likes having her around.
Mm-hmm.
And is that fun, Caley, to be able to go out with your brothers and your sister?
Yes, a lot. It makes me happy a lot, too.
What would you like for our audience to take away from this interview? What would you like for them to really remember?
Stay strong, be proud of who you are, be beautiful, and be positive.
Shail, would you like to add anything to that?
How can I top that?
Is there anything else, Caley, that you're currently working on that you would like to share? Anything else that's coming up that we haven't mentioned?
Well, we can't say things because of the type of industry that she's in.
Yes.
So, yes, there's things coming up and things in the works.
Like, say, projects. Let's just say that. We do a lot of projects down here. So, I'm really busy a lot.
So you got a busy schedule.
Yes. That's how I keep my mom busy.
Well, it's nice that you have the time. We are so pleased to have Caley and Shail Versfelt with us today. You can reach Caley by writing to svbm@verizon.net. Remember to put Caley's name in the subject line. Caley excels at helping others. This is found in her name and ending in the EY. If your first name ends in EY, you too love to assist others and make sure that they are doing well. Shail happens to have in her name being a workaholic. If you have a first vowel of an A, this is one of your qualities and characteristics also. You can be a workaholic, but at the end of the day or whenever you're done, you make one of the best couch potatoes out there if you ever get a chance to just relax. Do you want to know where your genius lies? I'm Sharon Lynn Wyeth, host of the radio show, Know the Name, Know the Genius in You, which can be heard every weekday at various hours right here on xzbn.net radio, an X-Zone radio station, and also on my website, knowthename.com. Tune in to hear the fascinating ways other people discovered the genius in themselves and what they were able to accomplish. In each upcoming show, you'll hear clues on how you can recognize your own innate genius. For all days and times of Know the Name, Know the Genius in You, please go to www.xzbn.net and check out our broadcast schedule. If you wish to know more on how to read a person's name or more about your own name and how you can discover your innate genius, go to the website, knowthename.com, and give yourself the gift of a session to find out what your name says about you and how knowing what your name means can help you live to your best and highest. You can schedule an appointment with me, your host, by calling 210-355-6115 or by contacting me through knowthename.com. You can access a lot of Caley Versfelt's appearances on the web by just Googling her name. Caley is spelled C-A-L-E-Y. Her last name is V like in Victor, E-R-S-F-E-L-T. And when you Google Caley, you can see about the Media Access Awards, her interview with Marie Shriver, her Hunter Hayes interview, her celebrity interviews, her on the blue carpet, her golf talks with the PSA and Best Buddies, sorry about that, and the Special Olympics World Games. This is Sharon Lynn Wyeth signing off.